Welcome back. Today we're talking about how to manage your time as a business owner. Now, I'm not going to be talking about time management techniques. There's a lot of videos like that here on YouTube. I'm going to be talking about like the role that you have as a business owner and where you should be spending your time. So by the end of this video, you should have the tools that you need to better manage your time. Now, if you really want to do this, we're going to do an exercise. I've got my flip chart here. Okay, we're going to do an exercise, and in order for you to have this transformation and being able to better manage your time, you need to do this exercise. Okay, so follow along with me or pause the video, do whatever you need to do, and I will give you my personal guarantee that if you do this exercise, it will help you. It'll improve your time management. I guarantee it. Okay, so let's come over here. So what you're going to do is list off all of your different tasks, all the things that you do. I mean, you could list down here, I'm checking and responding to emails. I'm making sales phone calls. I'm working on product development. Everything that you do in a course of a day, in a course of a week or month, list them out. List every little nitty-gritty detail, okay? Then I want you to look at each task from several different perspectives. So across the top, the first consideration I want you to have for each of these items is this a task where I'm working on my business or I'm working in my business? So what do I mean by that? If you're working on your business, you're creating systems. You're deciding how things should be done, how a product should look, or how a service should be operated. When you're working in the business, you're actually doing that task. The simplest example is McDonald's, okay? If I were creating the McDonald's franchise, if I were Ray Kroc, I would be deciding, okay, working on my business now, if I were working on the business, how big should the patties be? How long do they need to stay on one side before I flip it, right? That's kind of creating the system. But if I were working in the business, I would be the person back there flipping those burgers, okay? So on versus in, let's use email as an example. So if I'm creating a template and I'm creating a system for my team to use for how they respond to emails, what template they should use, or what the language should look like when they respond, or creating a marketing campaign or planning that out, that's actually working on my business. But if I'm the one in there manually typing emails, if I'm entering my inbox and I'm reading emails and going through it, that's working in my business. So if you're making a chart like this and it's a mixture of both, just get clear on that. Is this mostly working in my business or am I mostly working on my business? Now, if I were you, I would either do it now or commit to yourself that you're going to come back. Chances are you're not going to come back. So hit pause on the video now and go through that for all of the different tasks. Even if it takes you a half hour, it's going to be so valuable for you to do that. Okay, I'm going to give you another category to weight all your tasks on. Okay, is the task important? Or is it actually not that important? Like going through your email and deleting spam, is that an important task for me to do today? Most of the items on your list are probably going to be important. But if you find some that are not really that important, you can just eliminate them altogether. But I'm going to add one more word up here. I want you to look at tasks and acknowledge whether they're urgent or not. Now, it might be helpful for you to draw a matrix where you've got a 2x2 grid of is it important and urgent? Is it not important but yet it's urgent? Is it not urgent but important, right? So you can create this matrix. It's actually quite common for you to have not important tasks that seem to be urgent. Maybe somebody emails you something and it's pretty urgent for them. They need something right now, but if you really think about it, it's not important that I do this now. It's not important that I even do it at all. I mean, you can make that decision. And just because something is urgent does not make it important. Oftentimes, we think urgency means it's important, and we get distracted doing a lot of not important things. Okay, here's a fun category, all right? What we're talking about is delegation, all right? Is this the task that I must do? That only I can do or I should be doing? Or is this a task that I can assign to others, that others can handle? Let's use email as an example. Am I the only one that can go through and filter my email and delete all the spam emails? Are there certain emails that I could hire other people or I could have my assistant respond to? So it might be a mixture. There might be some emails that, you know what, I think I want to or I should be the one to personally, right? I invite you to challenge yourself though. Like, what if I had somebody else take 100% of that task? What if I never looked at my email? How could we make that work? Something else that you can do is you could take a look at all of your tasks, and once you've got it narrowed down to tasks, because the goal is you want to be working on your business more than you work in your business. That when you're working in, see if you can assign those to others. That way you can grow your business, you can scale it, you can be the visionary, you can create. Obviously, focus on you doing important tasks. If tasks are not important, I would eliminate them from your team doing them as well. If tasks are urgent and important, then create a system for those tasks to be handled. Who's going to be handling those? Does it always fall to you? Are you the only one that can put out the fires? Or can you train somebody and give them the authorization or the power to be able to handle those tasks for you so that you're not being pulled away from the work you should be doing because of urgent tasks? So I distracted myself. There was one other thing I was going to tell you here. So this represents tasks that bring in a little bit of revenue, a little bit of income, or that bring in more, or that bring in a lot. Okay, so if you can take all the tasks that you do throughout a day, throughout a month, the more time you spend doing this task, then naturally, the better your revenue is going to be, the higher your revenue is going to be. But if you're spending 80% of your time on those tasks, then you don't have as much time down here. But imagine if you could hire others. You could delegate and train skilled, qualified people that can start doing more of those tasks. So these are important tasks, but these ones are higher weighted in value. So if you spend more time here, that's a way of growing and scaling your business. Okay, in a previous video, we talked about the cash flow quadrant. You've got employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. So hopefully you understand what the cash flow quadrant is. I made another episode going into more detail about it, okay? Employee, we understand what that is. What I'm bringing it up here for is I want you to understand the difference between self-employed and business owner. And the difference here is huge. There's a big, big difference. Now, it's typically not cut and dry. It's a process. You start out more in the self-employed space, but the more you work on your business and the more systems you create, the more you move over to the business owner side of things. Now, if your goal is to have freedom of time and to really create a legacy and to be a creator and a visionary, then you definitely want to be a business owner. And that's why this whole exercise is important. Well, now, I have a gift for you. I want to give you my book for free. Now, we call this free plus shipping. So the cost to print a full color book is actually pretty expensive, a lot more expensive than I thought, but I had to do my book in color. As long as you pay the printing and the shipping costs wherever you are in the world, no profit to me. This book is my gift to you. Now, what is this book? This book is to help you leverage YouTube to generate leads for your business. And you know the story behind this book, the 2 years of work I put into it. This will help you generate typically about $10,000 for every 100 views you get on YouTube when you follow the steps in this book. So that's my gift to you. Go to natesyoutubebook.com.